After graduating from Academy High School, Erie native Bill Bloomstine entered John Carroll University and began a habit there that would alter the course of his life.
My first day at John Carroll, I started going to Mass.
Bill goes to daily Mass, he meditates daily, and he tries to let the Holy Spirit into his life and lead him in his actions and his thoughts.
What I discovered in Bill Bloomstine is someone who has a deep love for the church, a deep love for his faith. We speak about giving of our lives, we speak of time, talent, and treasure, and Bill gives all three of those lavishly. He's there. I mean, Bill is present. Bill, Woody Allen says, how much of life is showing up. I mean, Bill shows up.
As a founding member, Bill has been actively involved with the Sarah Club for 56 years.
One of the important missions of the Sarah Club is to promote the spiritual development and welfare of its members. And so Bill takes that seriously.
That means the priest who maybe gets a couple down days now and then, trying to encourage them to remain being a priest. The number of young men and women dedicating their life to a Catholic vocation is becoming a bit more limited, and we're going through a transition. I think it's just all the more necessary.
The Sarah Club is just one of the many ways Bill gives his time to the Erie community.
Another thing he continues to stay active in is the Rotary Club of Erie. At one time he was the president, I was later on, but today he still is the weekly attendee and gets involved and gets all excited when a good speaker comes out and comes back, can't wait to tell me all about it.
The Erie Rotary Club hosts an ethics symposium, a one-day affair at Mercyhurst University with approximately 10 to 15 students from each of the Erie County high schools. Rotary in the Erie area, I think, is doing an excellent job.
What has become somewhat of a tradition at Christmas time or at Easter is Dad likes to pen his own Christmas cards and prayers that he's developed.
I like to think that I'm kind of the scribe for putting some words on paper.
The cards that he writes for Christmas and Easter are definitely driven by the Holy Spirit. There's no question about that.
It's something that he designs and a message that he conceives. It's his greeting, it's the fruit of his prayer and his love. The most important thing for him is that we are on the receiving end of a loving God. That's always the message that is at the heart of any communication you receive from Bill Bloomstine. He's a giver. He's a giver. He's grateful for the prosperity that's been given to him through the work of his hands.
And he's grateful for the time he gets to spend on his son's boat, a treasure he likes to share with others.
Over the years, as the boats have gotten a little larger, he has always, every year, put together what we call the nun sail.
Now the boat is a 50-foot sailboat and with 30 sisters on it for a sunset cruise. That's been going on for maybe 10 to 15 years.
The sail is really just a fun thing for the sisters to do, and he enjoys taking them out. It's kind of a treat. A lot of people like to golf and do things, but not many people get to try sailing on a boat. And so it's generally just a nice, fun time to just go out, ride around, let the sisters drive the boat. Sometimes they just, they'll lock onto it and just have a ball.
Because of his great love for learning, Bill Bloomstine's generosity does not end with just time, talent, and treasure.
He also gives of his wisdom. He's got some great wisdom for appreciating the community, how to respond to the community, how to ask for help from the community.
He's the been there, done it, seen it kind of guy, and he loves giving his perspective on worldly events. He's up to speed on everything that's going on, and he just wants to continue to change the world. He wants to make it better. He doesn't want to sit back. He likes being active. He likes putting his ideas out. He likes challenging everyone.
As a teacher at Gannon University, he'd sit in my theology classes and in my philosophy classes. He'd audit the class and sit there with the other students. So he enjoyed interacting with students, as well as giving the students a real sense of how important it was for them to appreciate their learning, and that it was a gift that they should never take for granted.
From the time he took over his father's insurance agency in 1956, Bill never stopped learning the business, and he now readily shares this knowledge with his children, who currently run the agency.
He still shows up every day at work, and he's always willing to help.
Today, what he principally does is keep me out of trouble. He constantly reads articles and newspapers, stays abreast of everything that's going on in the community, and is constantly feeding me with data and things I should think about, and happens to be on a regular basis, sometimes a little too regular, but it's good to have him around. He's a great sounding board.
Now I make the jest that John has a fishbowl full of questions on his desk, and every once in a while someone will reach in, pull one out, stand in front of me and ask a question. That's kind of what it is. I'm around now and then to answer a question, have some advice. Most of the time I'm the first one there, and most of the time I'm the last one to leave.
People would come in the office today and they'd say, "Hey, geez, how old are you? And, are you thinking of retiring?" And I say, "Well, how can I retire when I got an 84-year-old dad who still works here?"
And he always has something more he can do. As long as he's thinking and feeling with his heart and able to contribute through his efforts, his presence, his resources, he's going to do it. He just doesn't stop, because why do we stop when we still have so much more to give?
Bill, I consider to be a role model for a lot of people. A role model for me.
Hey, Dad, congratulations. You are definitely deserving of this award, this recognition from your 4 children and 12 grandchildren. GPA, we'd like to say congratulations.
Bill, I am very happy that you are receiving this honor this year. You truly are a wonderful man, a great role model, a leader in the community, and I'm glad to call you a friend. Congratulations, Bill.
Bill, congratulations. Any organization that honors you honors itself, because you are a giver, you are dedicated, you are a generous servant, and a wise leader. I am so proud of you, and I am so grateful to be able to share in the pride of this community for you. Thank you for all you do, and most of all for who you are.